wasn't even in mainstream news, that he would flip out in meetings and start under Clinton, start stabbing the table with knives, foaming at the mouth, and he would tell Obama to shut up in front of congressional, closed door meetings with Obama. I mean, he is crazy.
Yeah, and Obama showed up in Chicago to campaign for him, but apparently, as I wrote today on my website, where Obama thought he had coattails out there, it turns out he didn't even have a ferry loop to help old Emmanuel.
Now, did Emmanuel and Obama drop by the bathhouses like they normally do?
I don't know. They might have discussed old times up there at in what they call Boys Town.
Maybe they can hang out with Sandusky. Let's talk to. We're not joking, folks.
Or Aaron Schock, the other guy that I reported on. He's the guy that redecorated his House office, House of Representatives office, as some sort of, with all this old English wallpaper and wall hangings and things. Dalton, in the style of Dalton Abbey. There were rumors that he was also frequenting those same places.
Oh, let's skip the network breaks. We got more time. Kevin in Maryland. Kevin, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, good to talk to you, Alex. Wayne, props to all your work, man.
Thank you.
Yesterday, Jesse was talking about some of the immigrant workers and how they're kind of like artists. And I just wanted to mention that out in front of Johns Hopkins Hospital, they have cobblestone road, 2 lanes on both sides, separated by a median. I watched Brickman pull up all the cobblestones, put them back down, and pour a concrete bus lane in a week. Meanwhile, our own city utility workers changed out a light pole for 3 weeks. So work ethic has something to do with all that, too.
Well, it's bureaucracy. They've designed everything to be as expensive as possible if it's done by government. Wayne, what do you chalk that up to, Wayne Madsen?
Well, you're talking about big cities. That's it could be Baltimore, Chicago. There's a lot of graft and corruption and payola in these cities. I mean, the era of the big machine. It's the city machines. It's not dead. Look how long it took to build that tunnel in Boston. I mean, that thing took forever, and all the money that was wasted. I think whenever you're talking about big cities, you're almost, sure. It's inherent. You're talking about corruption.
Kevin, Wayne's got to leave in about 5 minutes for another interview, so I'm going to jump. But anything else?
Just wanted to say, if anybody wanted to learn more about your thyroid, look into the Hindu teachings of Anya Chakra. And it gives you more of a spiritual perspective rather than a scientific, how your body works perspective.
Sure.
And I got the Pro Pure G2 filter working great. Got the Ancient Defense. So far, so good.
God
Give it to my youngins also. Do you have a minute I could say my poem?
Sure.
We found great treasure in the past. All this talk of moving forward without looking back. My people stressed out, yet we helping to cook the crack. Evil's real, and all the crooks are chilling back. Building guerrillas for attack on the constant, but the content of the brainwashing is what's prominent. The nonsense, the problems, all the solutions without shooting, all the child abuse and all the prostitution. I'm losing my patience, right? But who do I fight? Knowledge is the war game, and your brain holds the light. The key to all the mysteries, the proof and the truth. Let's lead these revolutionaries back to our roots.
Very well said, my friend. God bless you. Let's go to one more call, then I'll continue with the calls. Wayne's got to leave here in a moment. Cindy in Pennsylvania, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
No problem. Hi, Alex. Hi, Wayne. I don't ordinarily watch network TV, but I do watch Lou Dobbs. I think he has a lot of kudos to him. I like him a lot.
He's a listener of this show, but Fox orders him not to come on. But go ahead.
Well, he had a show on January 19th with Ryan Morrow with the Clarion Project. Are you aware of him?
No, I'm not.
And, oh, okay, you need to get up with that. He was going over these Islamic guerrilla training villages. They're called Islambergs. They're sprouting up all over the country. And they were showing, Lou showed this on his show, these Islamic Muslims with semi-autos. They weren't practicing for prayers, I'll tell you that. They were showing how to slit throats. It was men and women. They were drilling, and and this Ryan.
Well, Cindy, he's got to go in a few minutes. I'll come back to you for a final word after he goes, but I'm glad this got raised. The West, if you go back to 50 years, funds the textbooks for the madrasas to radicalize Islam. 3 arrested in New York for alleged conspiring with ISIS. Our government created al-Qaeda that became ISIS. How ridiculous is this, as they say, brace for Mall of America, brace for attacks. We've got to get more funding. Jay Johnson, the head of DHS. When this is the very... Remember years ago, we predicted that al-Qaeda in Syria would turn against the West. Now they've done it.
Yeah. And you know, I just wrote recently out of the 11 recent cases of these lone wolf attacks, France, Australia, Canada, Denmark, Brussels, that not all 11 of them were known to intelligence agencies, were known to law enforcement, and some were probably informants, agents, and 9 of those 11 are now dead.
That's right, they're patsies, just like Boston bombing.
Yeah.
I mean, the older brother was on CIA payroll, sent to the Caucasus. I mean, Russia blew his cover 2 years before the Boston bombing.
Absolutely.
Wayne Madsen, WayneMadsenReport.com. Folks can find all your books there. They're excellent. Tell us briefly about your newest book.
It's basically a compendium of stories I've covered over the last 10 years of the CIA knocking off world leaders, politicians, and even people who were professionals, not politicians. So it's called Tales from the CIA Crypt.
Well done. We'll get you on to do a whole interview on that in the near future. In fact, let's try to set him up now for about 2 weeks from now. Wayne, thank you, my friend.
Good to be with you, Alex.
Always informative.